Yeah, it's your boy Stacks, Blue City representative. I'm back in the booth. Oh yeah.
Yo, they call me Fang. No, you not me, you wanna be. I flow off the chain, rock your brain, I blow. Minds with rhyme, nice with mine, I know. You're the kind that drop down too slow. Kill your plot to get away. I take it to your throat and escape like OJ. Watch what you say or end up this way. In the trash like a...
What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate reverse rants, no hate. So I was just checking out a training video of Kell Brooke. Didn't see any sparring. So I'm using the ad will. You know, he's skipping rope, doing some shadow boxing. And he was asked if he could pick anybody at 147, who would he pick? And the interviewer asked him, you know, he said Pacquiao's name. He said, nah, Crawford, I got Crawford. You know, he said they're in the same age group. And pretty much, you know, he said, you know, people are talking very highly about Terence Crawford, and they are. And he pretty much, you know, he sounds confident, sounds like he's ready. He said, you know, I don't need no tune-up. He said, I'm gonna do just like you know, Ray Leonard. He fought Hagler. Come right back and just jump in with a big name. So, you know, man, I'm hoping it's a good fight. Hoping it's a great fight, and I'm hoping that, you know, they both come in shape, no injuries, you know, and may the best man win. But, you know, that was, for me, you know, that was the question that I had about Kell Brooke was, you know, how healthy is he now? And like, could he come back and be as effective? You know, does he still have it, bottom line, you know? But, yeah, and then, you know, I thought about it, too, and I said, well, you know what? Yeah. Terence Crawford is like 35. So I'm like, okay, well, at the end of the day, and I thought, you know, Crawford is calling out Pacquiao. I do believe Crawford want to fight Errol Spence and Thurman. I believe he want to fight them. But too, you know, and, you know, people got to understand too, that people start making exit strategies at some point in fights too, where you collect that money. This is nothing new, okay? And this is one of the reasons too why I get so, you know, like, I'm not into all that this guy's ducking, you know, crap, because it's just like if you had a regular job, you know, the older you get, you don't want to have to just keep working harder, right? But at the same time, you do what you have to do until you can get up out of there, right? So whatever you can do to lighten your load, that's what you'll do. So as a fighter, it's not about ducking. You know, you're trying to make your money. If you can't get the fights you want, you got to fight somebody, or you just sit out and wait. You know, at the end of the day, I'm not going to, you know, tell a fighter what he should do, what he shouldn't do. Whatever decisions you make, good or bad, you have to live with them. So, with that being said, Kell Brooke the same way. If it's a big fight that makes sense, yeah. Why take a fight that you don't have to take that really is going to get you nothing? You know what I'm saying? So, looking at that for what it is, I just hope it's a great fight. And also, you know, there's a lot of people which I expected that. I'm pretty sure Devin Haney expected that. But you can't focus on what people are saying, because people are pretty much shooting down the Devin Haney fight with Gamboa. I understand it, but at the same time, people got to understand. He's trying to get Gary Russell, and it's not happening. He's trying to get other fights that it's not happening. Gamboa stepped up. Because of what happened with Gamboa and Tank, and, you know, people are going to compare. No matter what they say, they're going to watch. They're going to compare Tank's performance to Devin Haney's performance. They're going to do that. But already they were just like, oh, why is he fighting Gamboa? So it's like, well, maybe they're misinformed, or they're not informed at all that he was trying to get Gary Russell, and that fight didn't fall through. You know, but at the same time, well, look at it like this. He's just trying to keep busy. You know, why not go make some extra money? If he wants that fight, let him take that fight. You know, it's not like he's running from anybody. He can't get the fights that he wants. You know, Kell Brooke, you know, he's a veteran. He's a tested fighter. He's been through a lot of, you know, good scraps. So, you know, hopefully for Terence Crawford, they're not taking him light. You know, hopefully they're not taking him light. Because if you're thinking like, oh, he's washed up, because that's what people have been saying about Kell Brooke, and you know, they're talking like he doesn't have it at all. My thing was the question of, does he still have it? You know, Gamboa, you know, he's like 39 now, 39, 40, something like that. And, you know, Gamboa, he hurt his leg in that fight against, against Tank Davis. But, you know, even if he didn't hurt his leg, we don't know what would have happened. I know people always, you know, he didn't knock him out. If he didn't this, if he didn't that, you know, let's just see what happens. You know, at least look at it this way, okay? Gamboa gets a lot of respect for what he's done. And now, no, he's no longer in his prime. Let's see how he looks against Devin Haney, regardless. And more than likely, people want to see, let's see what Devin Haney's looking like. You know, let's see what Devin Haney's looking like. You know, and, you know, we just take it from there. Because in the long run, it's not going to be all of, it's not, you know, it's not going to always be, it's not about one fighter. There's always going to be another challenger. So, looking at that, those two fights particular, what they have in common is just not much talk about it. You go from different channels, and just look at what's going on. It's not even just looking at what's posted. You type these fighters' names, and not even going to channels. You type in their names, and, you know, or type in, you know, Kell Brooke versus Terrence Crawford. Type in Gamboa versus Haney, and it's just not much. Like, it's like there's not much interest in these fights. At least right now. You know, maybe with the pandemic being with the way it is, maybe as it get closer to the fight, people will show more interest. I don't know. But nobody's really talking about these two fights. And, you know, the fact that people are acting as if they don't know that Devin Haney was trying to get, you know, Gary Russell. I don't know, man. I don't know. Some people just like to talk and just say stuff, and, you know, without any rhyme or reason. One thing I noticed, man, is like every Gary Russell account on any social media, his numbers are very low. And Devin Haney has far more subscribers on any platform that he has than Gary Russell does. So it's like I said, as talented as Gary Russell is, he needs another name. He needs a name for anybody to really pay attention to anything that he's doing other than just his fans. Because overall, nobody's even talking about Gary Russell. I'm not even seeing, like, you know, people put posters up on their channels and, you know, put pictures with the two fighters. And you go on the major boxing channels and you don't, you know, it's like nobody's paying attention to these fights. I'm hoping that these fights get attention. I'm hoping that they wind up being, put it to you like this. What's supposed to happen, that's what I hope happened. You know, what's supposed to happen. Simple. So, may the best man win in either fight. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say on this video. Check it. Never fall in love with lies. And remember, the truth brings hate out of people. Out.